Lizzie. Today I'm going to talk about weight gain on bipolar medication. This is such an important topic because so many people go off of their bipolar meds because of unwanted weight gain, and so figuring out how to prevent this or deal with it is so important. Something your psychiatrist may not have told you is that it's super random which side effects of the meds affect which people. And so in the clinical trials of a medication, they will say which percentage of people were affected by unwanted weight gain and other side effects. And so we know that certain bipolar meds are more likely to cause weight gain in certain people, but you cannot know until you go on the medication whether or not that weight gain will affect you. Another thing is the weight gain may only affect you if you increase to a specific dosage of the medication. Do not refuse to try a certain medication just because you heard from a friend or online someone said they gained a lot of weight on a medication. That may not affect you at all. You have no idea until you try the med whether or not it will affect you. And so that's the most important thing to know, that it's super random. And if by chance you're one of the people affected by unwanted weight gain on a medication, just go on a different medication. Tell your psychiatrist that you're having unwanted weight gain, that you're not happy about it, and that you're willing to try a different medication. There are so many types of bipolar meds. They're constantly coming out with new ones. I keep getting an ad on my TV about a new bipolar med, so clearly it's listening to me. But the point is, the pharmaceutical industry is constantly coming out with new meds, and the benefit of the new bipolar medications is the newer ones tend to have less side effects. They're constantly improving the treatment of bipolar by creating meds with less side effects. So many people talk about weight gain on Seroqel. I've been on Seroqel since 2017. Right now, I'm on 600 milligrams, which is an extremely high dose, and I have never had weight gain on Seroqel. It's super random. Then I went on olanzapine and I got up pretty high to 10 milligrams, and I started gaining weight on olanzapine. I think I gained about 10 pounds in 1 month. After that, I ended up going off of it because the weight gain happened, and then also I started losing hair at the top of my head, and my psychiatrist said that could have been caused by something else, but both of these things happened at the same time, and so I decided to go off the medication. The reason I'm sharing this is because for some reason, weight gain happened on olanzapine, but not on Seroqel. And other people, the opposite thing happens, where they gain weight on Seroqel, but not olanzapine. So if you notice that you are starting to gain weight on a medication and you're not happy about that, or you think it's not beneficial for your health, then I recommend trying a different medication, just because I think long-term happiness and satisfaction with medication is so important for your long-term treatment of bipolar. And so I think if you're starting to gain weight, once you've already gained 5-10 pounds, it might be a good idea to try a different medication. And it's much more than just vanity, because people on antipsychotics have a higher chance of getting type 2 diabetes, stroke. These things correlate with bipolar disorder and bipolar meds, and so gaining a lot of weight may not be the best for your health as a whole, not even relating to your bipolar. I do want to talk about some ideas on how to prevent weight gain, which I think could be one of the reasons that I've never gained weight while on Seroqel. When it comes to weight loss or weight gain, it mostly has to do with food. Exercising is important to increase your metabolism, and you can burn calories exercising, but the majority of weight loss and weight gain has to do with what you're eating. So a lot of people on Seroqel report getting extremely hungry at night after they take their Seroqel, and that's a big reason why people are gaining weight on Seroqel. They feel like they get the munchies. Something that I really go above and beyond to incorporate into my diet is high fiber. Fiber makes you feel full when you've had enough to eat, and so if you're trying to not gain weight on an antipsychotic or just in general and wanting to lose weight, making sure you have enough fiber is really important. Most people only focus on protein, but fiber is a huge part of feeling full and not overeating. And so if you are on Seroqel and you're really hungry at night, if you focus on high fiber snacks, that will cause you to not overeat while on the medication. This is so easy for me because I've been a vegan for almost 10 years, And vegan food is naturally high in fiber because a lot of protein sources like beans, seeds, nut butters, nuts, whole grains, all of the components of getting enough protein each day, most of those also have a lot of fiber in them. And so because of that, a lot of people report when switching to a vegan diet, they can do intuitive eating and not even pay attention to how many calories or how much they are eating because they naturally feel full because they're getting enough fiber in their stomach. And so that's something I recommend if you are concerned about gaining weight on a medication or trying to prevent it. If you focus on fiber and whole grains, you will feel full sooner, and so you're not going to be snacking as much. You're naturally just going to want to stop eating because your body is communicating that you're full. Another thing that can really help is making sure to eat breakfast right when you wake up. A lot of people will drink coffee in the morning alone instead of with breakfast, or just have a small breakfast. And so then they're pushing back their calories later in the day. And then a few hours after dinner, before you fall asleep, you might get really, really hungry. And then since it's late at night, people tend to go for more refined sugar, processed food, which is lower in fiber, lower in protein, higher in calorie, foods that are not the most healthy to nourish your body with. If instead you focus on a really big breakfast packed with lots of fiber and lots of protein, you're not going to be as hungry at night before you're going to sleep. And so I'm not at all saying don't eat if you're hungry, but I'm saying focus on getting calories all throughout the day, and then at night you're not going to go after food that could contribute to the weight gain. Another idea is to focus on buying healthy snack foods when you're at the grocery store. So instead of having a lot of processed snacks to grab, what you can do instead, a healthy snack idea is to eat hummus with cucumber, carrot, and tortilla chips. At Aldi, they sell these mini cucumbers that are so perfect for dunking in the hummus as a snack. I also love cherry tomatoes, so I also will dip those in hummus sometimes, and you could even wash everything ahead of time and have it like in a Tupperware ready for you to snack on at night if you get those munchies after taking your Seroqel. Another healthy snack is bread. A lot of people preach against carbs, but I always focus on high fiber whole grains, and so whenever I go to the store and I'm buying bread or bagels or hamburger buns, I always look at the fiber count. And I tend to buy things that have at least 4 or 5 grams of fiber in each serving. A great topping on the bread is you can just get butter. I get plant-based butter, which is naturally lower calorie. And you can also put on almond butter or peanut butter as a topping. And since it is high fiber and high protein, you're not going to be snacking because you're going to feel full and satiated. Another idea is if you are craving a sweet treat. My husband thinks it's so funny when I say that, but I have several sweet treats every day. But vegan ice cream is lower calorie than regular ice cream, and there are so many reasons to go vegan beyond health. As a vegan, it is so much easier to eat healthy because almost all of the vegan alternative options are lower calorie, lower saturated fat, higher fiber, no cholesterol. And so by being vegan, even if you get like the vegan, what some people call junk foods, they're actually healthier than the non-vegan version. And so that's really easy. Check out some of the vegan ice creams and ice cream sandwiches. My favorite are the Trader Joe's ice cream sandwiches, and then Jolly Llama has ice cream cones that are so good, and then there's so many other types of ice cream. So if you are wanting a sweet treat, some ice cream at night, going for the plant-based version actually will help you not gain unwanted weight. Another thing that I think helps me maintain my weight is I cook and bake at home. I love cooking and baking. My husband calls it my hobby. When you make things homemade rather than getting processed versions at the store, it's naturally going to be healthier. And I always focus on high fiber. So if I'm making pasta, I'll get whole grain pasta rather than white pasta. If I make muffins or bread or cookies, I use whole wheat flour instead of white flour. If I'm making pancakes or waffles, I use whole wheat flour. If I'm making something with rice, I choose brown rice. I also eat quinoa, lentils, beans, so many fruits and vegetables. All these things have higher fiber, and so you're naturally not going to overeat. Those are some nutrition tips that may be helpful, but it is super random, and you may even be able to try all these things and have a really great diet and cook at home and still gain weight on certain medications. But I think some of the food things I described may actually help you not gain weight or maintain your weight on a medication. So I hope this video was really helpful. Stay on your meds. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!